I'm Toni Tennille. Thank you so much. Today's show is special because joining me are three of my favorite women. And just listen to who's here. My one-on-one guest is the incomparable Lily Tomlin. She is probably the most inventive and versatile comedian in show business. And as a performer, she's not just one person, but many. And we'll be talking to all of them today. And Ginger Rogers is here now. She is the epitome of the star. I heard that collective breath taken there. She is an Academy Award-winning actress who's thrilled millions of people all over the world with her fabulous singing and dancing. And talk about glamorous. Wait till you see her. Now, my next guest is the epitome of glamour. She's appeared in over 70 films and thrills theater audiences all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ginger Rogers. Did you hear the gasp that everybody made at the beginning when I introduced you at the top of the show? It's a feeling that when you walk into a room, a thing happens. Now, does this happen all the time?
Well, I don't know. I'm not on the other side.
Well, you must get a sense of it. You must get a sense.
But it's such a joy to be able to go from London to Paris to New York to here, you know, and meet the various different audiences who react, of course, in their own way and wonderfully and warmly and happily.
Which audiences do you prefer? I mean, what do you look forward to?
Well, they're quite different, and I think the audiences in London are really so exceptional.
They are good, aren't they?
Yes, you must really be in London to be in the audience as an audience to appreciate how much they love performing, because they sit on the edge of their chair and they watch a show like this. They don't sit back and go like this. They don't. And it's really wonderful because you know you better give them the best you've got.
Absolutely.
You better do that or else. You want to. Yes.
You're having a huge success right now in Anything Goes.
Yes, with Sid Caesar.
With Sid.
He's funny. He's a funny man.
Wonderful man. Now, tell me how this project
I had nothing to do with the project. It's like being invited to a party. Somebody invites you, you say, do you want to go? And you say, yeah. Or if they say, it's a party given by someone, and you say, no, I don't want to go. It's as easy as that.
So someone called you up and says, we're doing Anything Goes. Would you like to do
come and play the part of Reno Sweeney? And I said, yeah, it's a good idea.
Now, this entails you're going all around the country with this.
We are now 17 weeks. 17 weeks, and we'll be going into our 18th week next week. So we'll close here in Los Angeles, and I think that will be the swan song of the show, but it has been a very rewarding experience.
Now,
I've enjoyed it.
I have traveled, in my business, Daryl and I've traveled a lot and done one-nighters, and I've also done some theater, the 8 shows a week thing. How in the world do you do that? I mean, how do you keep up that energy?
Well, you know, I look at energy the way I think we should all consider it, because it's something that is given us of God, and it belongs to you and all of you equally as much, and you call on it. And so you call on God to help you and sustain you, and He does.
And that's where it all comes from for you.
Where it comes from for you, for me, and for all of those sweet people out there.
You have been associated with introducing so many wonderful songs.
I had such great, isn't that a fun thing to think that I've had? The first song that ever won an Academy Award, I had the joy of singing it.
The Continental.
The Continental. The Continental.
When you sang that song, when the song they first brought to you said, here's what you're going to sing in the show, and you first sang it, did you think, boy, this is special? Did you know?
No, I thought, I've never seen such a song with a range like this one is.
A vocal range.
And I said, I don't know. I don't know whether this is something I should try or not. I just don't know. And so we did it, and I kind of liked the thing as I got to know it, you know. And I think you do know a hit song somehow. Something tells you this is going to be a hit.
Something magic.
Something magic about the song. I didn't know it would last quite as long as it has, because it does. It continues to play everywhere I go.
Oh, of course.
You hear them play it, and you know, you're not even anywhere near it. They're playing the Continental and dancing to it. But that song and Just the Way You Look Tonight, which I
Yes.
didn't sing, Fred sang that. And that was our second Academy Award song from our shows. Actually, the first one was the Continental. It ever received any award at all.
Academy Award at all. You know, now you having been associated with those wonderful songs with finely crafted lyrics and wonderful music, I've got to ask you about today. Now, you don't have to feel you're going to hurt my feelings just because I also write a little bit of today's music. But what do you think of it? Do you think there's any hope?
Yes, I do. I do. I think there is. I think for a while it got to be that people were so repetitive in what they said. They just said it over and over and over again, and you could anyone could write a song. I mean, your little 4-year-old nephew could write a song.
Get down tonight, baby.
Yeah,
let's
get
do
down,
it.
let's get down, yeah, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, and that's it, you see. And it was so repetitive that you thought, oh, no, okay, it's a poverty of mentality that as far as songwriting and writing poetry is concerned, or prose. So why can't we have some inspiration? And I do think that some of them I've heard recently are quite good. Some are not, but I mean, that's always been the case anyway.
Well, yeah, of course, we can't say that everything that was old is good and everything that's new isn't.
Never.
But I think
Never.
a lot of it happened when we had disco music, and everybody was saying you can't have good lyrics and dance at the same time, but you disproved all of that in the music that you did. Oh, my goodness.
I'm shy.
No. Whatever.
See,
Don't do it again.
Whatever you said, it was proved to be good.
But the music that you did proved that you could have wonderful dance music and still have good lyrics, too. And that's been my contention.
Yes, you can have good music. But you see, the lyricists, there was Irving Berlin, who wrote his own lyrics, and Jerome Kern, of course, who wrote with Dorothy Fields. And we had George and Ira Gershwin. Ira, who wrote wonderful lyrics, and Harry Warren and Dubin, and on and on and on and on. But those people really knew their lyric writing.
Oh,
and
yeah, they studied it. It was an art.
It was, and they bought poetry books, and they would find things that rhymed and work them in. So, did you ever buy a book that on rhyming words?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
sure. I have a rhyming dictionary at home.
Isn't that fun
yeah.
to have? Some of the people who write songs, I don't think, have that book.
No, I don't think so. We'll be right back with more from Ginger Rogers, so don't go away.
In the next half hour, Lily Tomlin one-on-one and Toni in concert.
I'm back with Ginger Rogers. And Ginger, you have had such a wonderful career, and you were associated with a time in Hollywood also when you were making films in the 30s and 40s that was considered so glamorous. And I don't think it's like that anymore. Do you see that happening in Hollywood?
Well, you know, glamour is here, but it's like courtesy. It needs to be used.
Yeah.
And you find that courtesy isn't always used too much anymore either.
No, that's true.
So glamour is present, but you'll find that people are not using the taste and the dignity and the love of fellow man as they used to, and it's here. All it needs to be is put to use.
The stars used to keep a kind of a distance in the old days. I mean, they didn't come out and just say, lay their life on the line for the fans.
That's true.
Do you think that kind of magical distance had something to do, could have had something to do with it?
I think it's a very good thing, and I think Garbo was the epitome of that. She knew exactly what to do to keep her audiences at a distance, and she did it because she really felt that way about it, which is important. It wasn't done as an act.
Yeah.
And so it made it better because she was very honest.
She was very honest about it.
Very honest about it. And she could not, crowds bothered her, people bothered her. And, but, of course, I know you love people. I can see the way you act. You really love, and you cotton to it. So do I. I
was going to ask you about that.
For that camaraderie with people. It's fun. It's exciting. But then the stars of those days, I must say, always were, they kept a distance, and they wanted to have their name and their abilities more important than how they cooked their spaghetti.
Exactly. You're going to do a song for us that's from Anything Goes, right?
Yes, I am.
Which is the song? Which one?
It's I Get a Kick Out of
Oh,
You.
wonderful,
It's a good
wonderful.
song.
Do it for us now. Ginger Rogers.
My story is much too sad to be told, but practically everything leaves me totally cold. The only exception I know is the case when I'm out on a quiet spree, fighting vainly that old ennui, and I suddenly turn and see your fabulous face. I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some get a kick from cocaine. I know that if I took even one sniff, it would bore me terrifically too. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to me you obviously don't adore me. I get no kick in a plane, flying so high with some guy in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick out of you. Yes, I get a kick out of
Still to come, Toni in concert.
Ventura phone book for the Raleigh Hills nearest you in Los Angeles, Ventura, and Orange counties.
anything goes.
It's friendship, friendship.
I get no kick from champagne.
But you'll get a kick out of Ginger Rogers and Sid Caesar starring in Anything Goes. You'll hear all your favorite Cole Porter songs. For the tops in entertainment, don't miss Ginger Rogers and Sid Caesar in Anything Goes at the Wilshire Theater. Tickets at the box office or call 852-1900. Also through Mutual Charge Line or Ticket Front Agency.
Want to spice up your life?